Well, good morning. So this is the Saturday morning with the start of the rally, Africa Twin Rally today. The boys are down in the shed. It's nice to see a shed full of Africa Twins. So we're just getting all our gear together and just sorting everything out for a cool ride this morning. It's a bit foggy, a little bit cool, and then we're going to head off, go and have breakfast and meet up with, I think there's 6 of us here, and there's going to be about another 10 turning up at Mullaney, so we're riding up to Mullaney, and then there's another half dozen arriving here later on, so we're going up to Mullaney to have breakfast, and then coming back down here to meet up with probably another half a dozen that are turning up today. So it's got the, I like that.
What's that tyre? Yeah. How many k's on yours? Not much. About 500. You can hear it how.
Well, here we are, start of day 2, but the first day of the rally. So all the boys are up just getting fuel. And we're going to head up, go and have breakfast up at Mullaney, which is about probably about 45 minutes from here, but up through the forest. And then we're going to meet up with everyone else, as I said yesterday. So, woo, it's a little bit cool. What have we got? 13 degrees. A little bit of dirt to do this morning, but how's this? Just 7:30 a.m. Got a quintuplet. No, what's the sextuplet of twins in tow? See, a bit foggy. I might turn the camera off till I get better footage. She's a bit. Can't see much. So they're starting to slowly arrive. Too bad if you don't like tricolour, eh? Yeah. I do like the silver though, that looks nice.
Yeah, they grow on you after a while.
Yeah. So, despite the fact that everybody has made individual modifications to their bike to personalise them the way they want them with so many different varieties, the one thing across all the bikes that's the same is everybody's got the Motels tractor name. The only similarity between all the bikes.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Everybody's got the Tractionator.
Front's the great brand.
Up, we'll stop there, so it's got to stop, steer off, and then we'll get going.
The white one.
So we're going to go now, we're going? It's on like Donkey Kong. Everybody's rolled in.
Yeah, that's it. Put it back on. Overpriced. We'll do 10 days now and just sort of slip the apple underneath me. And I'll see how it's running up. The bottom crack's on the bed.
Alright, so we just met at Kenilworth, so everyone, the ride has officially started. I just stayed back to get a bit of drone footage of them leaving, so I'll throw that in. But I know the route, I know where they're going, so we're going to head off now and catch up with them. Big group, there's about 24 bikes, so they'll be travelling fairly slowly. It'll probably split up into some faster guys. But there is a lead rider and a tail end Charlie, so we'll catch them up pretty quick, and corner markers, so we'll catch them up pretty quick. Look, if we don't, it doesn't matter because we know where we're catching up for lunch anyway. So we're going to cover some of the territory that we did yesterday, and with some deviation. I don't want to get too far behind though. Well, that didn't take long. I'm on the back of the track markers. There's another one. There's one more coming. So this is what all the stink's about. It's this thing. So that was only pre-delivered yesterday. So you know, the bike was delivered to the Honda dealer, got pre-delivered yesterday, and it's out being ridden today. So obviously he took the stock tyres off it and put some knobbies on, which is good. Yep. Yep. No, so this is the manual, obviously, not the DCT. I like this rack on the back. Yeah. Yep. Yep. No, that's good. I like the new rack, but it's got that new bike smell. You can smell it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Take it for a ride. Yeah, I've been promising people on my YouTube channel that I'll be taking it for a ride this weekend. So we're definitely going for a ride. You know, listen to all these things fire up. Some really interesting modifications guys have done to their bikes here. It's really some good ideas. It's getting a bit tight down in here. So just a little bit behind the group at the moment. We took off about 5 or 10 minutes ahead of them to get the drone up in the air and have them ride past. So I'll put that footage in here, so that worked out alright. now we're playing catch up. So, they've got tail end Charlies and corner markers, so I think they'll probably wait for us at the next major intersection. There's a couple of creek crossings up here. So, one of the other guys, Brendan, that I'm riding with, he threw his drone up as well. So he's got a little bit of footage from a different angle and a different part of the road. So I might see if I can get that off him and put it in here as well. So he's behind me. By the time I caught up to him, he just finished putting his drone away and packing up. So so far it's been good. We only had one guy come off his bike already, and that was because I was actually on a bitumen part, and there was some gravel in the middle of the road, and he was changing lines and hit the gravel. He was only going really, really slow. He didn't actually come off hitting the gravel. He straightened the bike up because the bike was slipping, so I just straightened it up and just ran off the road very slow, like, you know, less than 10 kilometres an hour. So he was pretty much walking pace by the time he dropped off the side of the road. We got him back on, and it was all good. I kind of don't mind being back here as there's no dust. The local Honda rep, who looks after all the dealers in the region, he came in and bought lunch for us, so that was pretty cool. And he's going to be at the pub tonight, so good chance to have a chat with him. I asked him about the rumours about the new Dominator. If you remember when Honda announced they were going to bring the Africa Twin back, about a couple of years before that there was an announcement, there was some rumours floating around because they had re-registered the name Africa Twin. So they yeah, my girl. So a couple of years before Honda released the Africa Twin to the market, they re-registered the name Africa Twin, and that was kind of the first inclination that they got the rumour mill started that there was going to be, you know, a new Africa Twin come out. Because it's one of their legacy bikes, you know, it's one of the bikes that Honda have had, you know, since the 80s. You know, they re-registered the name and then released the bike a couple of years later. Well, just recently in the news, and I don't know whether you saw it, but recently in the news, Honda have just re-registered the name Dominator. Now, if their intention is to bring out a 650cc that has got, well, whether it's a single or a twin, doesn't really matter, but how awesome would that be if they brought that back? So we've just stopped to have a break, catch up with everyone, reform the group. Let's get near the front. Let's get up where there's the least amount of dirt. That was a bit deeper than I thought it was going to be. He did a recce ride last week, so he kind of knows it pretty well. Corner man, then back into the a great bike, eh? You spend the day smashing through the bush. At the end of the day, when you got to do some twisties, it just eats them up. Back of a car. Easy on those knobbies.